A Military History Website Guide. Chapter 1. Military History Websites. History.army.mil, the U.S. Army Center of Military History. Very big website. Military History Websites. History.army.mil, U.S. Army Center of Military History. Aragon.com, AE Aragon. BattlefieldAnomalies.com, Battlefield Anomalies. Battleguide.net, Historical Battle Guide. clash-of-steel.com, Clash of Steel. gmike.co.uk, Gentlemen's Military Interest Club. johnsmilitaryhistory.com, John's Military History page. mapsofwar.com, Maps of War. military-quotes.com, Military Quotes. onwar.com, onwar.com. patriotfiles.com, The Patriot Files. smh-hq.org, Society for Military History. tracesofwar.com, Traces of War. wartimemoriesproject.com, The Wartime Memories Project. wtj.com, The War Times Journal. Canadian Military History. canadianmilitaryhistory.ca. cfcc.dnd.ca/links/milhist/wwi.html, Military History, World War I, 1914-1918, collection of links to World War I historical and pictorial sites. digital.library.mcgill.ca/war posters, Canadian War Poster Collection. dnd.ca/hr/dhh/ingraph/home_e.asp, Canadian Forces Directory of History and Heritage. edu.pe.ca/vrcs/webquests, World War I. junobeach.org, Juno Beach Center. vac-acc.gc.ca/general, Veterans Affairs Canada. vac-acc.gc.ca/general/sub.cfm ?source =history/other/native, Veterans Affairs, Native Soldiers, Forgotten Battlefields. warmuseum.ca/cwm/kumi.asp, Canadian War Museum. U.S. Military Monuments. nps.gov, National Park Service. Physical Veteran Memorial Websites. 173DAIRBORNEMEMORIAL.org, 173d Airborne Brigade National Memorial. Veterans Memorial.us, Permian Basin Vietnam Veterans Memorial. avdlm.org, American Veterans Disabled for Life Memorial. psuvetmemorial.org, Pittsburgh State University Veterans Memorial, Kansas. nps.gov/viv/faqs.htm, artifacts left at the wall, FAQs. sdvietnamwarmemorial.com, South Dakota Vietnam War Memorial. vvaa.org.au/memorial.htm, Australian Vietnam Forces National Memorial. somf.org, Special Operations Memorial. barneykin.com/North Wall, Canadian Vietnam Memorial, The North Wall. Specialops.org, Special Operations Warrior Foundation. CT612memorial.org, Connecticut 612 Memorial. TheHighGround.org, The High Ground Veterans Memorial Park. CVVM.org, Connecticut Vietnam Veterans Memorial. TheMovingWall.org, The Moving Wall. VietnamVeteransMemorial.org, David Westfall Veterans Foundation Memorial. nps.gov/viv/index.htm, The Vietnam Veterans Memorial. eahsmemorial.com, Easton Area High School Vietnam Veterans Memorial. hmdb.org/marker.asp ?marker =49270, U.S. Air Force Pararescue Memorial Parkway. vietmemorialme.com, Michigan Vietnam Memorial. forestalmemorial.com, USS Forrestal Memorial. sysime.tripod.com/msvn.html, Mississippi Vietnam Veterans Memorial. field-of-dreams.org, Western Slope Vietnam War Memorial. New York VietnamVets.org, Vietnam Memorials in New York State. LibertyFundEDC.org, National Liberty Memorial. NJVVMF.org, New Jersey Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Veterans Memorial Park Pensacola.com, Vietnam Veterans Wall South, Pensacola FL. VietnamVeterans-Plaza.com/about-Vietnam-Veterans-Plaza, New York Vietnam Veterans Memorial Plaza. VietnamProject.ttu.edu/in-memory/VietWarMem/plaque.htm, Vietnam War in Memory Memorial Plaque. OVMP.org, Ohio Vietnam Memorial Park. VietnamWomen's-Memorial.org, Vietnam Women's Memorial. War Memorials. ci.berkeley.ca.us/vvm, Berkeley Vietnam Veterans Memorial. THEWALL-USA.com, Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall Page. VVMF.org, Vietnam Veterans Memorial Fund, official page of Vietnam Vets Memorial. Vietvet.org/thual.htm, Vietnam Veterans Memorial Wall. Vietvet.org/vietmems.htm, Vietnam Veterans Memorials. BeaconMemorial.org, Beacon, New York, Veterans Electronic Memorial. TheHighGround.org, The High Ground Veterans Memorial. Women'sMemorial.org, The Washington Women's Memorial. WarWidows.org, Widows of War Living Memorial. AVTT.org, American Veterans Traveling Tribute. Military History Podcasts at FeedSpot military_history_podcasts. Backyardbattlefields.libzn.com/web page. blubri.com/usahec. Buzzsprout.com/1349218. Buzzsprout.com/1595746. Campiremountain.libzn.com. Cauldron.simplecast.com. dutyandvalor.com/episodes. dvidshub.net/podcast/513/us-army-history-and-heritage-podcast. harvestofmars.buzzsprout.com. indictmentofpearlharbor5.libzn.com. ivmpodcasts.com/uddha. legionmagazine.podbean.com. linktr.ee/hardtackpod. enotanothermhpodcast.podbean.com. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/thedogsoftwarepodcast. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/Connecticut-National-Guard. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/mhptpod. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/cocky-malarkey. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/grim-reapers. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/cdrs voice. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/maverick-fenstermacher. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/robert-child. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/walking-through-fire. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/war-story-susa. podcasters.spotify.com/pod/show/Jason-Vasilevsky. recordofarms.buzzsprout.com. redcoathistory.podbean.com. rss.com/podcasts/unknownsoldiers-podcast. shows.acast.com/5F767741653F33CB34923B6. shows.acast.com/big-blend-radio-mic-guardia-military-history/episodes. shows.acast.com/the-living-history-UK-podcast/episodes. shrineofremembrance.libzn.com. soundcloud.com/user-798629330, theblackvault.com/documenta-archive/podcast, thedigressionpodcast.com, thedosinetwork.net/blog/2021/07/23/I-was-doing-my-job-my-podcast-trailer, thehistorynetwork.org/category/podcasts, theprinciplesoftware.com, thestrategybridge.libcn.com, warlordsofhistory.com/episodes, warscholar.org/category/podcasts, www2podcast.com/category/ww2-podcast